My name's Gavin Klein. I'm from Royal Oak, Michigan. I'm a business management major.
I'm Colin Panyard. I'm a controlled environment ag major, and I'm from Pleasant Ridge, Michigan.
My name is David Ravindran. I'm an athletic education major, and I'm also minoring in sports fitness management from Lawrence, Michigan.
My name's Archer. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I'm an entrepreneur major.
I'm Hayden Quinn. I'm from Hortonville, Wisconsin, and I'm a business management major.
Alright, so for our case study, we changed it up a little bit. Last time we talked about streaming services, and it was an okay comparison, but we decided that theme parks would be a little bit better comparison. So who here has actually been to Six Flags theme parks? Okay. How do you guys feel about it? Like, good, bad, compared to Disney? Okay. So Six Flags is actually, they own the most parks out of everyone in the theme park industry. So they have properties not only in the United States, but also in Canada and Mexico. The hosts and guests are a little messed up the past couple of years because of COVID, so it's kind of hard to find accurate numbers. But in 2021, they had 28 million guests over their parks. So one of their main marketing things that they do is every year they take a 9% investment of their profits and they turn it into their capital projects, so they try to make a new ride or a new something at every park every year. So compared to Disney Walt Disney World had 12.7 million visitors in 2021, which is actually 15.3 less than Six Flags. So Disney has more parks, well not more parks, more locations, United States, France, Japan, China, places like that. And then their marketing thing is nostalgia. Who here saw something as a kid at Disney that they now see in parks, right? It's basic. So we came up with a couple problems. As mentioned, there's just not enough guests, especially now with COVID, so we need something to bring guests back to the parks. And something too that you might not think about is safety. On average, 11 kids get lost a day in Disney. Now they do always find their parents, but that's a stressful situation. So our solution is Disney FamilySafeguard, which is going to be a safe, fun, and easy way for families of all sizes and people of all ages to actually enjoy Disney again.
So moving into the Disney FamilySafeguard. Okay, so again, how many of you guys went to Disney as kids? Raise your hand. Okay. Q, how many times did you get lost in Disney before?
Every time.
Every time? How many times have you been? How many times have you gone?
Twice.
Twice. You've been lost for You're there. Alright. So our point is that safety is a huge portion of this, what we're trying to accomplish here. Okay, when you think about family, let me backtrack a little bit. How many times have you gone lost at Six Flags?
About the same amount of time.
So what we're trying to do is eliminate that. So the biggest thing is that we do not want to get lost at the park. So the biggest thing is about safety. We want to make sure we're guided around, especially when you're a parent. Think about when you have your kids, guys. When you have your kids, you want to be growing big places, millions of people every day, hundreds of thousands coming in and out. You're not knowing where your kid's going to be, where they're going to be, if they're going to be safe. That's what we came up with this service, I should say. So moving forward is that it is going to be able, what the Disney FamilySafeguard is going to be is an actual added-on chaperone with your kids. So upon arrival, it's going to help you purchase a chaperone. So how many times have you guys gone to a park? How many of you guys go with your families? Raise your hand. Okay. So you guys go with your families. And when you're with your families, how often does your parents all want to go for rides with you, certain rides with your brothers and sisters, siblings, right? So with Disney Safeguard here, it's going to allow you to be separated a little bit more with the comfortability of parents knowing that you're going to be with a chaperone, knowing that they're going to be walking every step of the way with you, right? So that's what it is. So our Disney Safeguard is going to be an add-on service where we have a Disney chaperone, not just to help ensure your kids with safety, but inside the park, but allow you to have the freedom to pick and choose where you want to go with a guide that's educated based off your wants and needs of the park. All right. So what are the benefits of this? Okay, the benefits are right there. Having the freedom to choose where, what, and where you want to go, right? With also the ability to have the assurance of safety with that. Going forward now, go ahead. So we're talking about packages. So what this service is going to do is be an add-on. It's going to be an upsell for us, right? So we're trying to promote kids and parents to be more attracted to coming to our parks, right? We want to compete with Six Flags, right? So if you're getting lost 2 out of 2 times there, okay, now we're trying to eliminate that by having a chaperone guide us through where we want to go and what we want to do, right? How often do you guys as parents have fun at the park, Six Flags with you? Do they have very fun? How many parents go on the rides with you guys? Raise your hands. Not that many. All right. So obviously, parents want to go on vacation with you guys. They want to have fun with you, but they also want to do their own thing. Well, the benefit of this now is that it's going to allow the parents to have their own freedom to do their own thing, if need be, and have their kids do their own thing. Okay. How many of you guys have been to Disney lately or recently, the last couple of years? When you went, was there bars there?
No.
No bars?
Yeah.
There was bars there, right?
Well, not bars, like, but you can get drinks.
Adult drinks, right?
Yes.
Adult beverages, right? So now this is allowing us to have a kind of a getaway for the kids and a getaway for the parents to help bring that whole family ties in together, right? So now the parents have the freedom and the ability to do what they want and need, as well as the kids. What our outcome and goals of this now is going to be attracting not just the kids want to go to Disney. How many kids always want to go to Disney? But now we're attracting parents who want to take their kids to Disney, knowing that they have the freedom to do what they want, as well as their kids, and still have a fun family adventure together. Overall, having a better Disney experience.
Alright, so our marketing objectives, you give the parents time to unwind. Say you come, you buy like a 5-day package, right? So 6 hours, you have 2 days where you have 6 hours with chaperone service. So you can go do whatever you want. Your kid wants to go to this park and your other kid wants to go to this park. You say, fine, I'm going here. And the chaperone service takes this kid to this side. You got 6 hours, 2 days out of your 5 packages. So the kid also gets to control what he wants to do, he or she. Say you get like a dining pass with it, you get $20. Your chaperone go take your kid to get a thing of chicken tenders or something, and go on the roller coaster he wants to go into. Parents also, like, if you're going for a vacation and you're taking 3 kids down with you, you're gonna want some time to like do what you're doing. Like they're off, they're with 2 people that are employed to do this, and you and your wife or your husband can go sit down and enjoy a meal. And then talk about safety with this. Like, parents are obviously going to be concerned about their kids. But if you've also been to Disney, like, you know how you check into rides. You have a wristband, so you tap it on everything. So that'd also be a tracking system, like together with your cell phone. So your wristbands are on there. You know where everybody is in the park at all times. So, like you said about giving adults more time to explore the park that they otherwise wouldn't have had. Like, it's just things like you gotta spend time taking your kids back and getting them in bed. You could enjoy a restaurant that you otherwise wouldn't have had the time to have. So it's just more money that could be spent at Disney and like all these other different places that aren't amusement park rides. So for our target audience, obviously families going to Disney World, people specifically with young kids. You get to a certain point, you trust your kids to go out and you'll see them back in an hour, but you don't want your small children wandering around Disney by themselves. So, yeah.
Alright, so for the marketing mix, 4 Ps, product, place, promotion, and price. We'll start off with product. What is it? It's a chaperoning service for families, and it allows parents to go do what they would like, and the kids can go do whatever rides they would enjoy. And so why is this needed? Self-care. A lot of people can only really afford to go on a few vacations as a family, and this gives them the capability to have like a vacation away from their kids and have a vacation with their kids, and just both parties have a good time and no one's losing. And so what are we innovating? We're just innovating a service that provides a fun time for you and your kids, an opportunity for you to have a fun time and de-stress away from them. So places, this will be offered at all of the Disney resorts and parks. So Asia, Hawaii, mainland US, Europe, and so like for an add-in option, you can, when you check into a resort or park, you are able to talk to the front desk clerk and they can offer this package to you for a reduced price for staying at the resort, and on the other add-ins. And so for promotion, you can do advertisements on social media, other streaming services, primarily Disney Plus. And you can show like emotional commercials of families going to Disney World, the parents are hanging out at the bars, kids are on roller coasters, and then they meet up to watch like the fireworks at the castle at the end of the day. And so like for the direct marketing, you can mail content to houses, rec centers, anywhere where families would be going to see, because that's just your target. And then internet marketing, Expedia, Travelocity, and TripAdvisor, whenever you book a trip through them, they can also have the offer for this service, and you can see what it could cost and what you are in for. And so for pricing, it's just the brand loyalty. A lot of people respect Disney and they have been customers for their whole life. And it's value based, so depending on how big of a Disney fan you are or how badly you want to go on a vacation with your children and possibly get a break away from them, you might be willing to pay for that because you just need that time away and you want a vacation. And so for the different levels of experience, you can buy different kinds of like chaperones, and bronze would just be a base price. You get the chaperone, your kids can go out to eat for free, and you can pick them up at the end of the day. And the gold, you get the chaperone, you can go to some of the nicer restaurants in the park, and the parents can get a free drink and dinner. And for the platinum, your child can get taken around the park by their favorite movie character in the Disney movie and spend the whole day with them, and the parents can get free drinks and food at any restaurant. And with customer loyalty points, so if you have stayed at a Disney resort 5 times, you could get a free chaperone for a day, your next day. And implementation.
So for implementation, all parks would have it, but it would start as like a concept testing type of thing, where in the beginning they could start at like one park and just see if people are buying into the idea, and just kind of test it out and see if people would be willing to use this service. And then when would it be possible? I would say it would be possible as soon as everybody is trained properly to like accompany these kids as far as keeping them safe and guiding them through the park. And then when would this be used? This would be used anytime you're traveling as a family. So one parent goes with 3 kids and you want to get rid of your 3 kids for the day and also have a vacation, because you can only take so much time out of your year to go on vacation. That's when you would use that. And then it would be used quite often just because of the amount of people that go through the parks every year and every